Water, just let me know. Oh, we're good. This thing's so loose. Hello, what's up? How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing all right. It's your good friend Koerri Elijah here with a live episode of Oh Word. I have a very special guest with me today. Sweet Brown Sugar, Sergio McKinney, Legacy Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Man, thanks so much for taking some time out to come talk to us today, man. I appreciate it. You brought the belt with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been on a reign for some time. I know. Here, let's clear the air before we even get.
Let's clear it. Let's clear this
before we get too far into this here, man. So, doing like a quick, just update promo, letting people know about the interview and stuff yesterday. I had a misstep, and I said semi-pro wrestler. And that was a misconception on my end.
Yeah, it was.
Just because, if I'm not sure how many people out there watch wrestling or not, but when you think of wrestling, you typically, I imagine people think of, the biggest show when it comes to wrestling, WWE. And they don't really speak on competitors really ever,
Sure.
It's kind of like something within, I guess, their business model not to talk about the other platform, and if you do, maybe you'll never show up on the show again, stuff like that. So a lot of marks like myself, there was just a misconception. So I misspoke and I said semi-pro wrestler just because just because you're not in the WWE. That was my mistake. Just because you're not in the WWE doesn't mean you're not a professional wrestler. So
Facts,
you want to kind of maybe break that down for people before we get too far into this stuff.
First of all, it's okay. We all make mistakes. So, and
thanks for taking it easy on me.
No problem, man. No problem. I mean, most guys get upset. What's semi? But let's clear the air on that. I'm an independent pro wrestler. I'm just not contracted to any big league right now. But I travel the states with no restrictions. So, say if I had a contract and I want to do an independent show, I can't because I'll have restrictions where I'm bound to a certain contract to do. I'm limited to do certain things. So since I don't got a contract, I can travel wherever I want to. So
you do multiple shows.
Shows. Yep. Just got to make sure my health is good and come back home healthy and get ready for it. Type stuff. So
nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. And that's the cool thing about it. Just doing a deep dive myself. I've learned so much just preparing for the interview. About just kind of the game and how long sometimes people grind just to make a name for themselves, just because the passion that they have for the sport, is ingrained in them. And even just through the research I've done too, just kind of there's so many nuances within it, even the terminology and stuff like that, like the words that are used, certain things that you shouldn't do. Like kayfabe and stuff stuff like that, little stuff like marks like myself, and I keep on saying mark because this is a term that I picked up
term.
that a lot of people aren't aware of, and it's things like that have helped, I suppose, help build the industry, with a lot of the big players, even speaking of kayfabe, Undertaker not breaking for almost his entire career, stuff like that is nuts. So it's a very interesting business, and I'm super excited to get into it with you and talk about your journey, your path, what got you into this.
Oh man.
But before we get too far into this, I do just want to make sure everybody out there, you guys know, we appreciate all of the love and the support from everyone out there. This is an independent podcast. We bring in independent individuals to highlight what they do, all of the great stuff that they're doing, stuff that makes you say, "Oh, word, for real? That's that's what's
it's
up."
awesome
So I appreciate all of the love and the support, everybody, for tuning in. If you can, please help us out by checking out KoerriElijah.com. We have a merch store there. You can pick up T-shirts, hats, face masks, all of that cool stuff there. So please check that out if you want to help support. Also on the live stream, you can send some stars if you like the conversation. You can help support what we're doing here so we can continue to have more of these conversations. Hey, I hope everybody's enjoying the podcast so far. Just want to take a brief moment to talk about this episode's sponsor, Coin Sports Bar. It's located in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where I live. It's a super dope sports bar. They have like dart leagues. They host benefits and fundraisers for people in need. And also they have probably the dopest ladies' night event you could ever have on every Saturday night. It's called the Vibes Lady Night, hosted by my good friend Ron Brown here. It's super dope. They're super dope people. It's a great time, and they're always there with great prices and great food. So shouts out to Coin Sports Bar. You want to make sure you stop by. Located on 52nd Street here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's so dope. It's amazing. Stop by their Facebook page. Give it a like so you get updated with all the new events. And hey, stay tuned because I'm going to be hosting some events there as well, some talks and stuff. So Coin Sports Bar is this episode's podcast sponsor. Shouts out to them and shouts out to you for taking a listen. Now back to the episode. Just paying the bills real quick. Let's go ahead and get into Sergio, Sweet Brown Sugar McKinney story, man. So what got you into wrestling? Let's take it back to little Sergio. Was it were you watching the the Attitude Era? Was it what was it that got you into it?
Yes, definitely the Attitude Era. I want to say The Rock played a big role. Dwayne Johnson, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, those feud going back and forth when I was as a kid watching wrestling at the time was phenomenal. I mean, that's what got me watching it. Before going to bed and staying up late to watch wrestling and stuff like that. But I didn't really get into the old school wrestling. So like Hulk Hogan and big superstars like that, older generation I should say, the golden era. So say I wasn't a big wrestling fan at all until I want to say 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Me and my brother would watch wrestling all the time. Mondays and Fridays or Thursdays, whatever, before they switched it. I'll get off work. I'll go before going home, whatever. I go to his house and watch wrestling and stuff like that, SmackDown and Raw, and and then one time I believe you might know him. His name's Tommy. Can't think of his last name. And then what's the guy that worked at? You know him as well. He worked at the burger joint by the eye. Long hair.
Justin.
Oh yes,
Too Easy. That's the homie.
So those guys.
Justin Tallwater. Yeah, shouts out to him. Shout out to Justin, man. He's a good dude. Yeah, this is the second time he's been mentioned on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Charlie Talbert is his cousin. So it's random how he seems to always get brought up on the podcast.
Yeah, I always like to give those guys some credit because if it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't have got into it and took that step.
That's what's up.
So but later on I got some professional help with Angel Amani in South Milwaukee, MIAW. And he started teaching me professional stuff like that to break me in because I had some bad habits and I wasn't quite ready. And so I was decent. I'm athletic. I like to fly and stuff like that. And so Armani taught me some good stuff. And then Eddie, my mentor Eddie, a great dude. He wanted me to do some lucha stuff, and for his company Legacy, he's building right here actually that I'm champion for. It's funny how everything unravels and stuff like that. He wanted me to do some lucha stuff, so I went to see Chicago style wrestling, Steve Boz and Willie the Bomb. They trained me to get a faster pace and stuff like that, and then started doing some lucha stuff, and then I got in with Gali Lucha Libre, and then with Joyce, Bryce. He taught me real lucha stuff, and not that they didn't teach me real lucha, but they're focused on lucha stuff. So with Bryce, and he got me upright, and I'll start doing 450s. I haven't done a hit at 450 yet because I don't feel comfortable, and I don't want to break a neck yet. So I started practicing 450s and stuff like that, and because there's no ceilings, and yeah, and then we went back to Milwaukee. Started training a little harder, and went back to Legacy. And I do a tag. I was a tag team, and for a little bit. Didn't get no titles in Legacy until recently. I was a tag team title for MEPW. I was a 2-time champion there, lightweight champion, no limit champion. So yeah, so I got a few championships underneath my belt. It's great. Yeah.
Dang, man.
It's a lot, man, over the years.
Man, that's what's up, man. So it's just been like a constant grind. And it seems like you kind of, and almost like it's to kind of compare it to like almost like an anime, right? Where it's like you go, all right, on my journey, I need to stop here. I need to learn this skill set from this person in this village.
Exactly.
And I move on to this village, and maybe that can help fine tune or
different different technique and stuff like that. Yeah, like fire, wind. You know what I'm saying? Just like that with wrestling. I got lucha, American style, and then I got technical wrestling, and submission holds and stuff like that. So I try to master everything, not just stick with one thing. So it's great being a little guy that I am right now, like 140 pounds. And I say 140 pounds soaking wet because man, I'm a small dude for a heavyweight champion. I wrestle at a heavyweight champion level, and hopefully this year I'll get multiple champions because this ain't the only promotion I work for. So like I said, I got bookings throughout the year. I'm already booked next year already, so that's a surprise. So, and with everything going on right now, like who gets booked for next year, I already don't know what's going on,
Right.
So,
man, that's what's up.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
Yeah. I saw that. What up next? You have the next match is what? This is the adrenaline rush.
Yes, OFE. Going against CK is a singles match. I never met CK. I haven't watched him yet. I got to study him. But he seemed like my weight. So hopefully he got some strength and some speed on him. Otherwise, he's going to have a hell of a ride.
Nice. And then, May 30th, you got the Trouble in Paradise and Rhinos on that ticket.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's pretty sick. That's a name that I'm familiar with, one of those names from like the era,
ECW and stuff like that. Yeah, the hardcore age.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Man, that's what's up, man. So how's it been navigating? I know it's a slow grind. There's shows all over. I see you posting like, hey, I'm going to like Indianapolis. I'm shooting out from Milwaukee. You're all over the place. Even maybe driving state to state. To do multiple shows within a day. You handle all of the booking yourself right now. I don't
have no agent right now. Like I said, I'm independent. So usually I reach out or bookings will reach out to me, see if I'm free at a certain location. But it's so hard because with every promotion, they either run on the same day or run on the same time. So it's kind of hard to be a road warrior, to hit one show at double bookings, whatever. Do one show at 1 o'clock and then the other show's at 7 p.m. Maybe I got 3 hours to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. I mean, otherwise, I would love to. Like John Cena, the man who drove like 1,200 miles, to a show. So that's nothing what I drive. So I mean, I try to stay busy. Like, I love what I do. Other than that, I try to stay healthy because, I mean, for what I do as a career as well. So roofing and chimney work. So I mean, climbing houses every day. I mean, and then I got no legs. So it's a struggle as well, bringing up bricks up the ladder and stuff like that. But I love what I do. I mean, passion and work wise. So,
and that's a grind too. And I mean, you're facilitating that yourself too. I see you online grinding. Like even like heavy snowfall, you're like, hey, hit me up.
Yeah, man.
And all that, it kind of it's cool too because again, that it's like you're using it as work to help fund everything that you're doing, but in a way it's also helping you train because you're doing these
physical work,
these physical activities to keep you in shape. It's not like, all right, well, I'm gonna sit around and do sales or something, you know,
Yeah.
because I mean you can make lucrative money doing that, but to see your dedication to your grind, to be able to manipulate your own schedule so you can have your passions but still do what you need to do, and then have what you're doing, you know, to help fund and supplement your passion, also helping your passion in the same ways, you know.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. And it's great to be able to walk. I mean, not walk, but drive around our community and look at houses like, oh, I did that roof or I did that chimney. You know, it's art. You know, same with wrestling, it's art. You know, it's like, man, all I want to do is make beautiful art around this world. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just going for the ride, man. I got so much stuff going around. Like, May 15th, I got that Mega Stars. It just popped up. It's a tag team elimination ladder match. There's like 5 teams, or no, there's like 3 or 4 teams. Like I believe in that. So I mean, I'm tagging with Zach. I mean, that's my old tag team partner from way back. So I mean, if we get the opportunity to get the gold, I mean that'd be great. If not, can't say we didn't try.
Right.
You know. So and then let's see what else. ICW, man, that's a great promotion in the West Allis area. That's that hardcore. I was afraid of that promotion for a while, and then it ends up turning out that's a great promotion to work for, and man, I love it. That vibe in there is great. So
when you said it's a hardcore platform, right?
Yeah.
So you were apprehensive about it at first.
yeah,
How was it like going in? What were your nerves like going into like the match? Like I'm
right.
not sure how this is gonna go, and then how did you feel afterwards?
all right. Well, you ever met somebody they seem like an a-hole? Yeah. The promoter came off like that at first. But I didn't know him. Like I'm like but he turns out to be a great dude.
Like
You know,
a
his
Paul
Kurt, his name's
Heyman type.
No, like he just I don't know. Like everybody loves him. He's a cool dude. His name, like I said, his name's Kurt, and dude, I was just scared to work for him because I got a handsome face. Now, if you look up ICW and in West Allis, freaking. It's just bloody, man. It's just like broken tables, and it's a great promotion. Like I love it, man. Like I regret not going there earlier. You know, I could have done some amazing things, you know, already. But man, I was just looking at it. It was like, man, that's not for me, bro. That's not for me. Cause he offered me an opportunity way back, and I was just scared. I thought maybe he was just trying to rib me, like maybe set me up for the boo-boo and, you know, let's beat this, you know, the rookie down, you know, that green guy. It was just break him in. Like, I didn't want to give man.
Right.
I was like, not that way. No. So, yeah, but, yeah, he gave me an opportunity. Came in. I came out and show out, and I took a couple L's, but like I said, take a couple L's, turn them into W's, man. So that's what I'm doing right now, putting that pressure to diamonds. So.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and it seems like you have. I mean, you've been coming a long way. You're coming off of another match that you just had on March 6th, right?
Yeah.
For Legacy. Was that?
Yeah.
How did that go for you?
Man, so there's a guy named Eric Dillinger. Like I only know one real Dillinger, and his name is not Nell Dillinger. Nell Dillinger, I'm sorry. And that man is brutalish too. Let me tell you, I had a couple matches with that guy, and great solid matches. Let me tell you, and he hits hard, and I love it. And but this other guy, he's a brawler, man. He's a fighter, and it was a freaking fight, man. It was a fight on the 6th, bro, and hard hitting action, bro. Pretty sure I got the marks on the chest still.
Oh,
and,
damn.
yeah,
Oh,
man.
snap.
So April 2nd, you know, Legacy Pro Wrestling at Root River Center in Franklin, Wisconsin. We're having a one-on-one match for the title. This baby right here.
Oh, snap.
So anybody's interested, come out, see some pro wrestling. Bring a mask, of course. Yeah, man, this is gonna be a great match. This is gonna be a hard-hitting match because I'd be darned if he takes his title. Like I don't even know who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Like you just think come and walk in our house and just demand a championship match. Like who the hell is he? You know? So yeah, I'm man. Yeah, that is gonna give me a run for my money. That match right there, man.
That's what's
It'll
up.
be a fight.
You've been holding on to that bad boy for a little bit now, huh?
Yeah, man.
How long have you been the champ?
Oh man, for a while now, Brad. I think since last June.
Okay.
June, July. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I watched back the match a couple times, and I mean, I thought it was a great match, and I
Thank you.
loved how it ended out as well. Like, just the job that you like both of you guys did just working, and even the freaking manager dude, you know, just how you all were kind of like playing off of each other and how it ended out. I thought it was a dope
Yeah.
match, especially with you getting put over at the end. Like it was
Yes.
sick. How was that? Like what was that was the first time you were like the heavyweight champion.
Exactly. Yeah, it was never supposed to happen.
Mm,
That's the thing. I was never supposed to be the heavyweight champion for Legacy. It
mm,
was not here. Here you go.
mm,
You know, the current champion was hurt. He's old. He's about 100 years old.
mm.
You know, Angel Amani. Like I said, he's been wrestling for like for like 100 decades. So and so he got hurt. So and he had a sub named, and the sub was Zach,
Mm.
and he's been wrestling for a little while now. He's been doing his thing. So there's multiple Zachs. I'm sorry. But this guy, man, he's a credible dude. But he hasn't been wrestling for a while.
Mm.
So I kind of got the best of him. So when Armani and him was talking or whatever, and Armani was trying to hold him, I gave him a roll up 1, 2, 3, and that's how I became champion. Because I didn't beat Armani, I beat who he recommended to beat, and or recommended to wrestle for him that night, and yeah, I took that opportunity and yeah, became champion. Like I said, it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
Mm. Yeah, seize the day, man.
Yeah, it was like that one of those Stone Cold Steve Austin stories, you know.
Nice. That's super dope, man.
Nice.
Yeah, it seemed. Yeah, you could just kind of tell, like, even like the energy from the crowd. People were all cheering and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I mean, in my opinion, you were clearly the face in the situation. So
Yeah.
I mean, it made it. I was like, yeah, this is how it should have went down. Anyways, I'm not trying to see the heel end.
Nobody wants to see the old man be the champion forever.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah, so that's super dope, man.
Thank you.
How's the pressure been
Oh.
since being the champ?
Man, I'm the target, man. Everybody wants it, bro. Like I said, I'm the smallest guy in the division. Like I said, like I'm the reigning defending champion. It's always on the line. Except for last this past show. I don't believe it was on the line. It was just a fight. So I guess he just earned his title shot. It was a count out. So that's how it ended. He ended up taking me out by the bar area and away from the ring. His big mistake. So and we were crawling to the ring, and it was a count out to 10 already. So sets up for the next match. He got his opportunity on that. I think he was smart on that. If you can't beat me in the ring, he tried to beat me outside of the ring. So that's how that happened. But yeah, man. So yeah. Crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, I see you with the belt, man. You've been taking the pics. You're taking pics with the family with the belt and stuff, man.
Yeah.
How do they feel about your whole journey and how things have been going for you?
They love it. They love it. I try to take as much pictures as I can because it's soak up memories, you know. To show my boy, like, and my kid and my daughters as well. Like, you know, follow your dreams and passion. Never give up. You know, you might take a lot of L's, but in the end, I mean, maybe there's some W's. I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. You know, just don't quit just to quit. You know, so. I mean, my son loves it. Like, I can lay on the floor and I'll get drop kicked or a clothesline or something. Like, whoa, what are you doing? You know. So the girls, like Nana, she's 9. I try to show her the ring, whatever. It's just too loud for her. She don't like the noise. Ari, she's 5. She was okay. She was decent. She's all right. But like I said, I just don't want to scare her to with all the hard hitting action and stuff like that. But my boy loves it. On the 6th, he was helping set up the ring and stuff like that.
Wow.
He was in a way, but at the same time, he was trying to help out, and it was great. It was great.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's probably really cool for them too, just to kind of be young and see things and be able to see the grind and your journey, and seeing you just put in work for so long, and now Dad's the champion, and like that's super cool. Like, man, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I've been watching Young Rock. I don't know if you've seen it at all yet, but I just think it's pretty cool to look back at like him being young, especially like when it's him that's really young and like seeing, like Junkyard Dog, Andre the Giant, and all of them, and like just him kind of like seeing them like, operate as and while he's a little kid.
You know what? And it's like that for Angel, for him being the backstage and then seeing the wrestlers, getting ready or whatever, and then seeing them outside of the ring yelling at him because they know him, and it's great because it's like, whoa, you're just nice in the back. Now you're screaming at me. So it's like, it's great. And he'll fight. I mean, not fight back, but he won't put his guard down. And it's great. And it's not like he's scared. He's like, what? So it's awesome to have him be around the area and stuff like that. And the guys are great. They love him. They're not disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's a kid doing back here or anything like that? A lot of them are fathers and understandable. So it's great. It's a great atmosphere for everybody and stuff like that. So,
man, yeah, and like you would, I don't want to just say like I assume it would be that way, but like out of all of the sports, and not even necessarily out of all of the sports, but out of like entertainment in general, out of like everything where you see people bring in their family, you don't see it as much as you see it in wrestling. There's so many like iconic wrestling families that have come up in the business and are like third generation, fourth generation wrestlers, where there must be something about the business, about just the sport itself that like is conducive for like a family environment.
Yeah. So. It's just like sometimes it's like a family thing. It's like some people got the itch, some people don't. Like say if my dad was a football player. Maybe I might have the same arm or the same kick or a better kick, and I might make it. Or I'm one of the siblings that just don't have that talent, So, yeah, I'm hoping Angel pick up on it, because I also wrestle for True Privilege Wrestling. That's when I travel in Gary, Indiana. Justin Hall, he's a great father and a great wrestler. His skills, he helped me out a lot. And he's a great husband as well. He's married to Kendra Hall, and she's a phenomenal wrestler too, for a female wrestler. So they got their own stuff down there in Indiana training. Just watching Apollo, that's his son. When his kids man, just watching his son doing some training. Or actually, before we hit the ring, we'll exercise for 30 minutes or so, and then we'll hit the ring. Whatever, he'll be up there with me and hitting the weights and doing cardio and running around the ring about 20, 30, 50 times or till he stops. And he'll train in the ring with me and with the other guys as well, man. Just watching that, it's like, man, I just hope I get that experience with my son. And even if he doesn't, I mean, like, I'll still love him no matter what. Right. But I just want to see, to catch that vibe with him and stuff like that and see what happens, like that Rey Mysterio and his son, it's be dope.
Yeah. Be dope. Yeah, and just to see, like, even, like, their situation is super dope. To even have the conversation, it's like, is his son going to don the mask? It's just, like, the whole, like, passing of the torch. It's, like, as a fan, you want to see it happen, but as, I imagine, as an athlete, you probably want to be able to, like, you want to pass the torch.
Yeah.
You build all of this infrastructure. And it's cool if you don't want it, but it's like, if I could,
if I could build the opportunity for you, but I not take it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, I could give this to anyone, but you're like really the person that
you're
I really
the reason why I grinded for this. You know what I'm saying? Like I did so much, I sacrificed for this. That what I'm saying? I really didn't, but
if I'm gonna put on anyone, I want it to be.
Exactly.
For sure. So with the whole business and everything, there's this one thing that is like the most important thing, I would say, of being a wrestler, and that's having a good persona. I mean, sometimes people like never get over because of their persona.
Right, yeah.
Or even like listening to like The Undertaker. He was told he'd never sell ever. Right? And then randomly goes to the WWF, WWE now, and ends up just randomly just getting picked for like a miscellaneous gimmick that Vince McMahon just had in his mind.
That idea, yeah.
And it stuck and it just worked for him. And gave him a 30-year career. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
So like the gimmick, the persona is like the most important
thing.
and yours seems to be working for you.
Oh man, yeah.
So
Thank God.
how did you develop it? Like, what did you how did you pick Sweet Brown Sugar?
Are you ready? Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I used to work with my aunts. They got me my first gig with work when I was 15, and one day when I was with the guys or whatever, with Tom and Justin, and I needed a work name, so I went to work. Whatever, I had to think about it. I'm like, man, I need a name, so I went to work one time, I went to work, and my aunts were working in with me that shift, so it was just the three of us, and I was like, man, Theos, I need a gimmick name. They're like, what's that? I need a worker's name, like a wrestling name. I was like, I need help. And then they're like, well, they thought about it. They're laughing, whatever. And then one was like, what about brown sugar? I'm like, brown sugar? And they're like, yeah. They're agreeing with each other. Like, yeah. I'm like, you're brown and you're sweet and you're handsome. I'm like, brown sugar. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you serious? Like, yeah. I'm like, all right. I'll put it to work. I'll put it to work. And then came up with brown sugar, man. And then Frank and Wes Ellis, he owns BCW. He had his sweet in the beginning. He was like, I was working for him for a couple shows, and then he was like, what if we add sweet to it? I was like, sweet brown sugar. Yeah, that sounds good. He was like, all right. He was like, you like that? I'm like, yeah, I love that actually. So he helped me out with that sweet brown sugar thing. So that's how that unfolds. So yeah, it was a crazy shift that morning, man. I'm trying to think of a damn name.
That's dope, man. But it's been working for you.
Yeah. I never had to switch it. I never, except for Ultimo Brown Sugar. That was my my lucha persona. That was like my mask character. Like, of course, everybody knew who I was, but Legacy Pro Wrestling needed more styles and more. They wanted to introduce lucha style into their promotion. So that's when I went to a different academy to learn lucha style and stuff like that to get better and better my craft. And I was wearing a mask, and of course everybody knew who I was. I had the same tattoos and same figure or whatever. But yeah, man, that was besides that Ultimo. But I don't do that no more. That R.I.P. Ultimo. So it's just all baby face or heel, man. So that's how that worked.
Man, that's what's up, and that's developed now. You've now you even started doing sweet talks with Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into that?
Well, you helped motivate me. I'll give you that, man. Real talk. You helped motivate me, so you're doing your thing, stuff like that. So I figured, like, to help with other independent pro wrestlers on another platform is, like, to interview them and that people don't know, well, do know or don't know about them, like referees, managers, or whatnot. So, I mean, and it gives me something else to do behind the curtain at wrestling shows, just sitting there, because I hate being in the locker room with a whole bunch of men. Especially a lot of them don't shower. You know what I'm saying? So I just
don't like double whoppers with cheese.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like being in the same locker rooms and being snug and in tight spaces. So I like to be in the audience, enjoy the show, and just watch other workers work. And I love watching workers work because then that's when my ideas pop and I get better. Like, oh man, if he tried this on me, I'm dodging this or reversing this type stuff. So and versus like I never see him work, and then I'm going in there like, what is he going to do? Now I have a better idea. So, yeah.
That's what's up. So, throughout it all, now you've been interviewing some, independent wrestlers and stuff like that too. I imagine you've maybe met some pretty cool people. Who's maybe your favorite person that you've encountered so far?
Favorite person I encountered so far that I interviewed or off?
Or just interview, just off the cuff, off record, just maybe just like randomly was graced with someone's presence. Like what's your best moment, person moment since you've been wrestling?
All right, there's a show called GCLW, I believe. That's in the Milwaukee area, I think. They be having huge shows, a lot of like big, huge superstars. training for Armani, passing out flyers for one show. I think it was like, man, it was like when China was alive.
Oh,
And
okay.
this was like right before she passed away,
Mm.
and I got the chance to see her and be behind the locker or in the locker room, whatever.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, honestly, I want to say that was probably one of the biggest ones I seen was China, because
Oh, wow.
if it wasn't for like Armani, introducing me to to bigger shows and stuff like that, to pay my dues, because like I said, I was there passing out flyers, stuff like that. I was there for me, whatever. I was just there to watch people work and to learn and pass flyers from Armani, whatever. And man, they had huge stars. They had Trash Brothers, Zach, the guy with the one leg. Yeah, bro, it was a good show. But China was there. I think that was one of my best surprises that I didn't think I'll see, because there's a lot of superstars that don't make it to shows, so they cancel out the last minute on the accident or whatever they got going on. But yeah, I seen Zach. Zach was a good dude. We talked, we chatted up, like he was like right next to me, like that's how far he was. And I was, he's so I was like right behind the tables with them. I'm nobody, so, and it was like at the time, like man. Hi, I'm like, hi, taking pictures, Katie Forbes was there, that's um Rob Van Dam's wife now. I was right next to her as well, took pictures with her.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. Good time.
That's what's up.
Thanks.
Who's on your bucket list? Like, how about top 5 that you want to meet?
That I want to meet. I want to say for sure The Rock. I got a toothbrush from way back in the day that has his face on it. That I want to get a signature on it, because I still had his day, because I think I had it for like freaking 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never used it. My aunt got it for me, so if I get that signed, that'd be great. Let me see. Chris Jericho. That'd be awesome. Rey Mysterio. Let's see, who else? Phoenix. And who else would be the last one? Maybe Dean Malenko.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
That's what's up. I could kind of see that.
Yeah, I love that tech, man. Like, real wrestling, bro. And then the lucha stuff too in between. Get away.
That's what's up, man. So what's the future looking like? Would you ever want to sign with a major? I know you love your independence. Would it be based off stipulations? Would you maybe look at, not necessarily like the biggest player, I'm gonna say that in quotes, but maybe something like AEW or something like that?
I would love to work for AEW. And I would think Cody Rhodes would be one of the guys I would want to meet, but I want to be a mark, you know what I'm saying? So, AEW would be great to work for, especially for what I do, when I want to make it, Impact Wrestling. Yeah, I mean, WWE, I wouldn't, because, right now, I wouldn't, because I just want to enjoy the ride. And I love the sweet brown sugar gimmick. It works for me, and I wouldn't want nobody to play with it or take that away from me for a check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And be away from my family 365 days a year. And I love to do what I want to build a business for myself and come home and be able to be set and not be fired and be like, what am I going to do now? So
or shelved.
Yeah, yeah. So I just want to be able to come back home and be like, you know what? It was a fun ride. I got this going. I can pass this torch to my son. If it's not wrestling, maybe it's chimney work or roofing or whatever, as long as he has something, or my daughters. So if I go, they have something. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that independence, that's what it's all about, man. You got to be able to, make your own lane, pave your own path, and do what you want to do, for yourself. And that's kind of, that's where we're at, in the world.
Yes.
Like everybody, especially after all this crazy stuff has gone down over the past year and a half, or however long it's been. I forget
It feel like
sometimes.
3 to 5 years, man,
I
but
know it's
it's
just
not.
like one giant blurb. It's like the blip from freaking Avengers Endgame.
Yeah,
Like
no
it's
kidding,
like, oh, we're
right?
all back in the world and thing.
Like WandaVision.
Yeah, so it's nuts, man. So with everything kind of like shifting to that mode of independence where everybody, wants to create their own platforms and easily can really just do that,
Yeah.
anyone can really set up an event, anyone can promote a show super easily now.
Oh yeah, man.
Do you ever see yourself maybe starting your own promotion, starting your own league? Is there, and could you, or would you have to move to an area that's like vacant? Because
Oh man.
like there's this thing in wrestling that that how it was known for the longest time, it was territorial, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then, us growing up, we didn't really see much of that because by the time we were watching wrestling, it had already hit the entertainment era. It was the Monday Night War between WCW and WWF, and by that time, it's like
Yeah.
you didn't see territories at that time, So from then to now, for me, it's like I didn't even really know that existed until I started doing research and stuff like
It's
that.
real. It's
So
real.
is it hard to navigate? Because I mean, I can only imagine it's difficult for them. Um, just
Very.
because you have like the major player that goes around and like they'll just come in, probably not tell you when they're coming,
Oh
throw a
yeah.
giant show in your city. You might have had like a major event. So I can only imagine for a new player trying to come in and squeeze into that, it might be kind of difficult. I mean, wrestlers don't seem to be that, they don't really seem to be guys that just let you like, walk all over them and just be like, all right, I'm coming in here to do whatever I want. You're not going to do anything about it. So,
Right. Yeah. It's a storyline to follow. Like every promotion should have a great storyline for every match. Should tell a story. But for me to own a promotion or anything right now, I wouldn't until I'm a seasonal vet. So I'm like I got like 20 years in me to put my knowledge in, to younger guys, whatever. But I mean, to hear the other guys' promotions right now, they're struggling to to have a certain date and then have another promotion on that certain day in the same time. And it takes away a lot of fans, because they're all going to one show or to another show or they're just spread out, and it's just really hard. I mean, it's like a battle right now. And it's not really a battle. They're not trying to battle each other right now, but they're all trying to make money in a promotion, make a product, So, and right now it's like a lot of wrestlers are working in the same area, so like using the same characters. There's certain wrestlers have certain different gimmicks for different promotions. So they might be like, say like me, I might be Sweet Brown Sugar now, and then I might go to Chicago and I might be Ultimo. So Latino side, I never take off my hood. So. And I come up here, I do American style wrestling, and I'm unhooded. So you see this handsomeness, sweetness right here. But
everyone can see the brown sugar.
Yeah, I
take it in.
So yeah, I couldn't own a promotion right now. I mean, I would help other guys, to like, especially here in Kenosha. Like I know there's plenty of venues. They're not inside but outside. So like springtime, summertime be great. So for them to come out here and do wrestling, so yeah. Other than I think the Rostov that has wrestling.
Okay.
So they have wrestling I think every month or every other month. So check them out as well. CSW I believe.
Okay.
So
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Even I don't work for them, but check them out.
All right. I don't know if you want to. No, we won't expand into that. It's all right. Check them out, though.
Check them out. They're good people.
Support local, definitely, man.
Definitely got to support everybody, man.
So before we wrap up, man, we gotta know about the finisher.
Oh, the finisher, man. So the finisher. So it's called the Sugar Rush. So I just enhanced it. So I pretty much will sneak and grab by the arm and give you a freaking forearm to the temple or jawline, and I come up with a freaking like a semi rock bottom was with a twist. So it's been working. So it's got an impact. I can't say it has a 100% rate because a lot of people do kick out. Because I work a lot of heavyweight a lot of heavyweight guys. So it's like, man, what else do I need? So I'm building up my arsenal. So, and I also do is deadly knee. So it's like sweet dreams. Baby, once I connect to that temple or jawline, I'm rushing too. So I'm coming off that rope and giving that sweet knee. It's all knee. So I'm gonna have to take off that knee pad pretty soon. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that this next coming up match in Legacy. Take off that kneecap for that Eric Dillinger. Like I said, I don't know who that guy is, but I'm gonna show him out.
You ready for it, Eric?
That's right, man.
Hey, man,
come check us out.
Definitely, man. Well, man, thanks, man, for coming through. This has been a great talk, man. I want to make sure everybody can find you online. Shout out some links, and we'll let people know about some dates too that you got coming up as well.
Absolutely, you can check out Sweet Talks with Brown Sugar on YouTube. I got Sweets Brown Sugar on Facebook, so check that out. Shows Legacy Pro Wrestling April 2nd at 7 o'clock, Root River Center. That's in Franklin, Wisconsin. Also got OFE, the Adrenaline Rush. That's in March 27th. Come check us out.
That's in Plymouth, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Plymouth, Wisconsin.
7.
Yep. May 30th at Paradise with Rhino. Check that out as well. May 15th. Got something going on May 15th. But check out the page. So I post everything on the page, so check that out.
Hey, stay up to date. Make sure you check out his page, Sweets Brown Sugar, so you can, get your tickets, show up to the shows. I see you got some merch too. You got the t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, I got t-shirts, man. They're coming out shortly. I got a minimum stock right now. I just don't want them sitting down until I think about getting a new logo. So you know how that is. So you get something better and you got something else just sitting there. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I definitely feel that, man. Well, man, I appreciate you coming through, spending some time. Before we go, bro.
What's up?
Can I hold the belt really quick, bro?
Absolutely, bro.
You
sure, bro?
Yeah,
sure, bro?
I'll be careful.
Man, it's all you, man.
Oh, we got some weight too.
Yeah, bro. That's like 140 pounds soaking wet. Check it out, bro.
But we got the
Put it on the shoulder, bro. Put it on the shoulder. Yeah, work it, bro. Work it. You look good as a champ.
I've been working out a little bit. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll be able to flex. So I won't have one of these.
You could. You never know. You might see you on WWE or something like that. 24/7 champion.
Who knows? So if you get enough support, maybe I'll try out the ring one time.
Now you see why I work out with this.
Yeah, that thing's hefty. Well, man. Sweet Brown Sugar, man. Sergio.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through. This has been a great talk. Hey, everyone out there, this has been another episode of O Word with Koerri Elijah. I've been your host, Koerri Elijah, of course. Who else would I be? Here with Sergio McKinney, Sweet Brown Sugar. Thank you so much for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. Please make sure you check out KoerriElijah.com. That's how you're going to be able to stay up to date with what I have going on. We have event updates on the website there, as well as all different types of stuff. You can get media content that's on there. You can see social posts, and also you can get merch there. So we got hoodies, t-shirts, all of that stuff. Anything you purchase helps support what we have here. That's it. That's all we got. So stop by KoerriElijah.com. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I've been your good friend, Koerri Elijah, here with Sweets Brown Sugar, Legacy Pro Wrestling's heavyweight champion.
You know it. Stay sweet.
We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you like and share it if you can. And please like or subscribe to the page because we got plenty of new content dropping for you guys. It's going to be heat, so you don't want to miss it. Thanks.